guys, this is Basketball Star 1130. I'm back with another video. Again, sorry if the lighting is a little off. It shouldn't be by now, but it might take me a couple of days or so because I'm in a new studio. I'm trying out some new things, so try to stay with me and bear with me here. It'll be fixed in a couple of days or so. Anyway, today I am back with my fourth video of the day. I hope you've been enjoying the content of the channel today. I've really been trying to push it lately, grow my channel. Anyway, today I got upset alert. I'm not saying these teams would. Let me explain. I'm not saying for the NFL Week 1. So if you saw my Week 1 picks, you know what games I picked. And my Bears and Packers preview, you saw what I picked for that to win, and I previewed that. But the upset alert is just teams that should be on the lookout for their opponent. Who are bad or decent teams who are playing really good teams, and the bad or decent team could end up winning. So let's get started. So the first upset I have, I'm not going to say it will happen, but it could possibly happen. The Dolphins could beat the Ravens. Now the reason for this is the Ravens defense, I expect it will, but the Ravens defense maybe doesn't repeat as the same stacked unit it was last year because they lost some players, but they got some really good players in return. And the other reason is because the Dolphins are home. Another reason is because Lamar Jackson could struggle in his first game. I know he has a better wide receiver core with Marquise Brown, Miles Boykin, but they're only rookies. That's another reason. I'm not saying the Dolphins will, but I think the Dolphins have a pretty good chance to upset them, actually. If you saw my prediction video, I'm not going to reveal it now. You saw my pick. You saw my pick, though, so, yeah, that was good. So, I have 3 upset alert games that could happen. The second upset alert game is the Colts could beat the Chargers. I know the Colts are on the road and they have Jacoby Brissett, but Jacoby Brissett could be motivated since Andrew Luck retired. The team could rally around Andrew Luck's retirement and fight for their guy, Andrew Luck. T.Y. already said, I'm going to dedicate this season to Andrew Luck, my quarterback, best friend, Andrew Luck, and I think that's really good and sweet and all, and they might rally around his retirement. And the Colts could beat the Chargers because the Chargers won't have Melvin Gordon, even though I expect Austin Eckler to be really good and Justin Jackson to be really good, really decent as well. And Troy Maine Pope pitching in on the return game there as the third running back. The Chargers could struggle to get going. They're always really bad in the beginning of the seasons. They always start off like 0-3, 1-4, like 2-5, 1-2. They always are bad, but after week 5 or 6, they're back on track and they look at one of the most complete teams in football, which I think they are. I'm not saying they will get upset. If you saw my predictions, you saw my weekly picks. I'm not saying they will get upset, but they should be on the lookout for the Colts, even though they are home. But there's not many fans in LA that support the Chargers anyway, so they should get their own stadium, I think. And I think they are, in next season or 2, I think. Yeah, they should be on the lookout for the Colts, because they had Paris Campbell and all those weapons. And the third upset alert game I have is So I went over Colts and Chargers. I went over Dolphins and Ravens. Originally, I was only going to have 2 upset games, but I have a third upset game. There's a small chance the Jaguars beat the Chiefs should be an upset alert against the Jaguars. Just because, they're, I'm not saying the Chiefs will struggle at all. Just because of the Jaguars' defense, it's really hard to stop Patrick Mahomes and the Chiefs. I really think there's only a 15 to 20% chance, more like 15% chance that the Jaguars, even though they're home, upset the Kansas City Chiefs. And my fourth and final, not my fourth and final, my fourth upset alert is, my fourth upset alert for the week is, my fourth episode, the Bengals could beat the Seahawks, even though the Bengals are on the road. And if the Bengals do beat the Seahawks, I don't think it will happen, but if the Bengals do beat the Seahawks, upset them, then the Bengals fans will be like, oh my god, we got a huge win against the Seahawks. The Bengals always start out hot anyway, and then the Bengals fans, you never hear from them again when they start losing, so they always start out. The Seahawks should watch out for them. I wouldn't be too worried, but it's just a bit of an upset alert. And this is probably going to be the best game of them all, but it's still an upset alert. Ravens and Panthers. If you saw my predictions, you know what I picked. I'm not going to reveal any now. You have to go watch that video. Sorry. Just go watch the video. But yeah, Rams at Panthers. Panthers are home. And the reason the Panthers could get this going is because Cam Newton could, I'm not saying it will happen, but could put up MVP numbers. He could put up MVP numbers, and the Rams defense could struggle because they lost Ndamukong, and they still have Aaron Donald, but the Rams could obviously easily win because of Cam's health, and he's not going to be 100% probably when he plays. But this is not too much of an upset if the Panthers do beat the Rams, but it's going to be the best game out of the 5, I think. So anyway, those are my upset alert themes. I will do this weekly. I'll be coming out with a weekly schedule as well once the NFL season starts tomorrow night, so I'll be coming out with a weekly schedule. I just have to put it together and get my thoughts rolling and get my thoughts going. Anyways, thanks for the support. I'm sorry if the lighting's a little off again. It'll take me a couple of days, probably into this weekend, to figure out this situation because there's more props that I want to do, like football, and I usually have a hat too. I just didn't because it's late at night now. I have to go to bed soon for school, but that's why I did. Anyway, this is Basketball Star 1130. Bye.